endure sin for a season opposed to doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. And that's how our people are. They want to sit here and do things their way, try to choose different ways to do. No, that's not sacrificing. All right, because you have to sacrifice with this thing. That's why it was at Peter. He said we didn't gave up everything. You know, we didn't lost this and gave up that. What we going? Hey, look, the Lord's like, I got y'all, man. You know, you're gonna be rewarded for your sacrifice, man.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth,
yep,
and shall be turned unto fables.
Yep, they shall turn their ears from the truth and be turned unto fables. God love everybody. We Africans and we Egyptians, it's all kind of lies out there, man. Okay? And guess who they all got ushered in by? The so-called white man brought them in. Why? So we wouldn't find out who we were. But he cannot stop the Most High. Okay? He cannot overpower the Most High. The Most High said we was going to find out who we was. He did, the so-called white man did everything in his power to make sure that didn't happen. All right? But it happened because the Lord said it was going to happen, man. Not because the so-called white man slipped up. Oh, man, we forgot to tell them. No, he tried everything. He tried to beat it out of us. He tried to separate us. He tried to put some of us over the other ones, man. All right? It worked for a little bit, but there's a time for everything, man. All right? And this is that time for us to be coming back, man.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 41. And this is a story about what works and what doesn't work, basically, with the king. You can read it yourself. It says, and with that he held his peace, and all the people then shouted and said, great is truth and mighty above all things.
Yeah, great is truth and mighty above all things, because if you have truth, you can benefit from everything else, man. All right, because if you lie to yourself, then you can't do nothing. You can only do it for a little bit. With this truth, we coming out here with this truth and present this truth. We're not going to sugarcoat it or nothing, because that's going to take away from what the Most High told us to do. He said go out there and tell the people whether they hear or forbear, not tell them if they don't want to hear, then make it sound a little sweet, you know what I'm saying, so we can win them over. The Lord don't want you, man. All right? He want serious people, man. Just like at a job, they don't want somebody who come in late every day, calling in with a different excuse every day. Like we was talking about a couple weeks ago, people expect to serve the Lord like that. You can just do it anyway. Lord, I know I ain't supposed to eat pork, but you know what I'm saying? I bought these pork chops last week. Let me just go ahead and eat that up. You know, I don't want to waste no food. You don't want to hear that. Sacrifice. Throw them bitches out. Get right, man.
Thank you.
See you later. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. The point is in 9. It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
And that roll is these scriptures, man. Okay?
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee.
Yeah, get full. You know what I'm saying? Don't read what you call them, something, you call them 5 precepts, something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just take 5 precepts and run with that, man. You gotta get this whole roll, man. Because the Lord said, eat this roll, not take a piece of this. You gotta eat this whole roll. You gotta get into all these scriptures, man. Because that's how you read the Bible. It tells you gotta read precept upon precept, line upon line. If you ain't got all into it, then how you gonna say you know what you're talking about, man? And that's what happens with people who go to church. They come up here with their 5 scriptures and their emotions, man. All right, and they get mad when we take their scripture and prove that they're wrong with other scriptures, man. But that's how you're supposed to read the Bible.
All right, verse 3, it says, and he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness.
Yeah, and that's the good thing. Oh, we got the kingdom. We the Lord's chosen people. One day we gonna have everything we pretty much want. We gonna have service and slaves. We ain't gonna have to work. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a righteous kingdom. All right. Those are the sweet things. Some of them. You know.
And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel.
Yeah, like the brother said a while back, we know where you came from, because we was there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, but I this and I can't do this because of this. And no, we used to do some of the same stuff you do, man. All right? So the things I'm telling you, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, somebody told me. And I said, yeah, I really got to stop this dumb shit. Okay? But our people like to bring up excuses, man. Excuses are used for incompetence. You know? You can't reach your goal if you always got an excuse. You wanna make it to the pros, but you don't want to work out, man.
Moving on, verse 6, it says, not too many people, not too many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Yeah. Yeah, because other nations, they be listening in. Like, we had somebody of a different nation for the most part try to pay tights, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they understand truth. They understand knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Versus our people, they like, no, my pastor know more than you because he wear a suit and drive a Cadillac, man. Because I got very angry the other day because somebody basically told me I didn't know something because I wasn't a doctor. So I can't know anything about health because I'm not a doctor. I don't have a piece of paper that said I'm a doctor or got my PhD rather. So I can't tell you anything about health over the person who has that degree because I'm not a doctor, man. And that's how this society is ran. You only know something if you got a piece of paper that tell you you know something, man.
It says, verse 7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impotent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Yeah, you know our people like to mug. You ride up the street, they mugging at you, man. All right? And our head being harder against their head, we're going to battle this thing out. We here to defend the gospel. All right? Like the brother say, we got stuff set up. We don't plan on leaving. You come up here and we will talk all night if we have to, for the most part. You know, once you just start showing you just wicked and we start cutting you with scriptures opposed to trying to dialogue with you, man. All right?
Verse 10, it says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I speak unto thee receive in thy heart, and hear with thine ears, and go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them and tell them, thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power, whether they were here or whether they were forbear.
Yep.
So,
go ahead.
Salakia, I just wanted to add on to the fact that, Salakia, that he said earlier that basically Jake ain't gonna want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really whether they hear or forbear, and you're supposed to speak the whole word. You can't sit there and cherry pick. You know, like he said, the 5-verse nigga, he only know 5 verses, and that's it. And he, you know, it can't come out there like that. That's why you're gonna be rejecting the Most High, because you ain't listening to him. You don't listen to him on your own, and you don't listen to him when he put the Spirit on prophets to tell you. You know, so how you gonna receive salvation? You gotta become as a newborn babe. You have to desire the sincere milk. You know. Whether it's on a taco truck or a mansion, you still gonna get it, man. They wanted to be in a mansion. I get my coffee from Starbucks ass niggas. Just go get a coffee, man. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know?
Quick trip. You just want to be seen with that Starbucks. People go to Starbucks every morning.
It's really the same cup.
Yeah, with water in it. Hot water in it. So you can
Right.
1 Corinthians 2:4. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power.
Yeah, it's not with enticing words of man's wisdom. This don't come from man's wisdom. All right, that's why I tell you in the 3rd chapter that get that matter of fact, because I don't want to butcher that at all. You know exactly where it's at. Chose not the wisdom of this world.
Oh, okay. This is 1 Corinthians 3:19. The wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Yeah, so the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, which is what? All of their lies, all right? They take the Bible and they mix it with their traditions and their own opinions, and then they give you the love doctrine. Now they got you eating on a plate of love, and you know what I'm saying? And you think you all good. You sip,
and
you
the
sip
wisdom of this world is not the mark of the beast either, man. You know? That's a joke, man. Zabak says basically the accepting the American way makes that the mark of the beast. So let's get that in Revelation when it says, and if any man take the mark of the beast, he shall be put to death. You know, basically you just sealed your fate. Yeah, that's the point, you know. Things like 19 or something, 20. I think it's 16. It's up in the numbers.
19, 16.
No, not that one. Other times.
Verse. Which one you wanted out?
Revelation 14 verse 9. And the 3rd angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is...
So basically, anybody that take the mark of the beast, if the mark of the beast is a doctrine, everybody has taken, okay, unless you were born into being an Israelite, you know, as far as not being in a Gentile state of mind, okay? That means Paul couldn't even get, you know, Paul wouldn't be able to make it. Paul had the mark of the beast, you know? That's basically anybody that converted from being a Gentile, they all had the mark of the beast, therefore they can't make it. That's not true, because the mark of the beast, worshiping the image, is basically, to worship is to bow down to it, to really believe in the American way. Like you said, you can't tell me nothing about hell because you're not a doctor. That's worshiping the image of the beast. You know, that's worshiping their way. Basically, you're not smart unless you got a certificate. You're only supposed to marry, you believe that it's right because it's the law that you're only supposed to marry one woman. You know, just because they make pork legal, it's okay to eat pork as long as you pray over and Lord know you gotta eat this and that. That's worshiping the image of the beast, man. You know, believing America's way of life is right. Alright? But that's a whole different mindset. You can basically get out of Gentile state of mind, but you can't take off the mark, man. Okay?
Also, how can you use a doctrine or a way of life or a mindset for physical currency, you know, to buy and sell?
Yeah. I mean, because we all would be able to buy and sell. Because like I said, we all...
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I say we all would be able to buy and sell because if it's the knowledge of this world, then we all got the mark. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the only ones who wouldn't be able to buy and sell, who didn't get the mark, would be very few. Like he said, children that grew up in an Israelite home, you know, which it wouldn't be 144,000 of them. But like I said, the numerous multitude was women and children.
Yeah.
You know, so
You can't take no Spanish money or dineros or anything come to America and spend that money. You know what I'm saying? And it work out for you. You have to get that money transferred over into the American funds. So therefore, if that's the case, but guess what? It's crazy because you can take American money and go everywhere with it. But in actuality, you know what I'm saying? You can, damn, I'm losing my train of thought. Basically, well, the point I'm making is that America can change its revenue, okay? And his argument was, if they implement the chip, how is it going to stop you from buying and selling